Unfortunately, this is not a game about cowgirl guns. That would be a different game entirely. It would probably have a different rating too, so swap the gender and get your mind out of the gutter, Undertoads. This is Cowboy Guns for the iPhone. Released last month to the App Store and published by our good pals at Chillingo, Cowboy Guns is a top-down shooter in which you play as a gun-slinging hero known simply as the Kid. The Kid. I was waiting to see Dirty Steve. Maybe Chavez E. Chavez. Regulators! So you play Cowboy Guns with your thumbs. There are two imaginary circle pads on either side of the screen, and you use those to move the Kid and fire his guns. But sadly, for all the things the game does well, that's where it misses the target. Now the problem isn't the control scheme per se, it's more about the iPhone itself. This platform's done a lot to suggest that analog sticks and D-pads aren't absolutely necessary, but in games like this, that argument starts to falter. Using circle pads that are on a screen is a very clunky way to control games. Without physical feedback, your thumb ends up straying off the circle, you're losing control, and you're losing your patience. So moving and aiming can be a pretty clunky process, and that's due entirely to the lack of a physical control sensation. Something you really take for granted in games until you don't have it. Again, if you can get used to the controls, there's a lot to like in Cowboy Guns. The story is like an over-the-top caricature of Western films, and the game also has a nice look. There's almost like a Lego-like appearance to the characters, which gives Cowboy Guns a certain charm. There's a lot of content here as well. You can unlock lots of different weapons, each with its own unique feel, and you can upgrade them as things move along. There are these stars scattered throughout each level, and you cash those in to purchase the goods, of which there is a surprising amount. There's also a survival mode and a quick play mode, which scrap the story for a more straightforward gunslinging experience. But again, the issue with Cowboy Guns has nothing to do with content. It's all about the controls. The game isn't unplayable or anything, but after you walk into walls a few dozen times, you kind of wonder why you're bothering. But that said, it's not a bad game, and if you can get a grasp on the controls, you're bound to have fun with Cowboy Guns. Unfortunately, partner, that's a lot harder than it sounds.